March 23, 2:35 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court will now reconvene. I assume both sides are ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor. I can understand the defense acting like this. However, why do you also seem distraught, Mr. Edgeworth? That is... it's nothing, Your Honor.
What's wrong with Edgeworth?
I suspect that the handwriting is identical. I suspect it actually is the Lester's handwriting. Just a theory. Looks like something unexpected just happened to him. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you could please tell the court the results of the handwriting analysis on Miss Impact's suicide note. Yes, Your Honor. Unfortunately, we have discovered that the suicide note... Oh, it is? Okay. The suicide note is a forgery.
What?
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This note was not written by Miss Impact herself. It is a fake.
And who was it written by?
Yeah, I'm wondering that too. Order, order, order! Miss Edgeworth, would you care to explain what is going on? If it was not written by Miss Impact, then who wrote it? We would need more time to do a more detailed analysis, however. It appears that the handwriting matches that of the victim, Mr. Juan Corrida. Corrida wrote it?
Mr. Corrida?
Well, well. Looks like Miss Impacts never left a suicide note after all. She never wrote anything about On Guard. However, Your Honor, even though the suicide note is indeed a fake, Mr. On Guard could not have known that, and so the facts remain unchanged. Acting under the assumption that it was real, he had plotted to possess it. That does sound very plausible.
This theory that God had no idea that the suicide note was fake. Something seems a little wrong with it.
Yeah, I'd say so, because if it was fake and written by Corrida, where would he? Wouldn't he have kept it inside that bear all the time so cameras couldn't have seen it?
Well, wouldn't On God have seen it? Him writing it?
Yeah, that's true.
Because they spied on each other.
Yeah, he would have known.
He'd have known.
So present evidence.
The defense believes that the theory the prosecution has stated contradicts testimony. If everything the prosecution has proven up to this point is true, then it's impossible for Mr. On God to not have known that it was a fake.
The spy camera. The spy camera.
Where the hell is it?
On the next page. There's like, you have 3 pages of evidence.
There's too many cameras. Here, have a camera.
What is this little item called again?
Do you have short-term memory loss?
Yeah, I suppose he does.
It's been a half hour, dude. A video camera, Your Honor. Well, a very small one, but...
Oh, that's right, camera. Oh, you kids and your fancy toys nowadays.
Mr. Edgeworth, earlier, you claimed that Mr. On God knew of the existence of this note because he was spying on the victim. Isn't that right? If that were true, then this means Mr. On God would have known that the victim had forged the note.
Huh? So then, the defendant knew the suicide note was a fake. And if that's true, then the situation has suddenly changed in a very dramatic way.
Exactly, Your Honor. I don't want him getting off scot-free for this, but exactly, Your Honor. The prosecution's theory as to what Mr. On God's motive for murder was, it has suddenly disappeared into thin air.
But Your Honor, it's not as if Mr. On God monitored Mr. Corrida 24 hours a day. Perhaps the victim wrote the note in a place Mr. On God didn't know of.
Well, right back at you, Mr. Edgeworth. Why don't you show us the proof that the victim made the forgery at an unknown place?
Order, order, order! Mr. Edgeworth. Looks like this time it is you who has dug his own grave. As I figured. Huh? As you figured? As I figured, it came down to this after all. Mr. Ashworth, you're not making any sense. When I heard the results of the handwriting analysis, I thought this might happen. The question is, what next?
What next?
If the prosecution can't prove Mr. Angard's motive through the evidence, then we must prove it from another angle. Well, I agree with you there. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to call a witness to the stand at this time. Oh, well, that's fine. However, this witness is a little unusual. Don't tell me it's... It's old back. Please don't tell me it's old back.
Old Bag's already been here. No, if it's her again, I'm gonna edit all of her shit out.
No, please
Put a
don't.
TLDR on here.
Please don't.
I'll fast forward through it and put a TLDR. Edgeworth stuttering? This is not like him at all.
Unusual? Well, what sort of witness is this person, Miss Edgeworth? This witness is one who is perfectly fit to answer once and for all the question of who was it that hired Shelly the killer to commit murder? Wait, really?
That's impossible! Who in the... No such person exists who can answer that question with such certainty.
Yes. My stream seems to be lagging. There we go. That's weird. Yes, Miss Edgeworth, who is this witness? It's Yes, go on. Who is it? The man himself. Mr. Shelly the killer. What?
I mean, yeah, Shelly the Killer
What?
is the one person who could do that. Who could point the finger at whoever hired him.
How? Oh, Mr. the Killer. Wait! Is Shelly the Killer? You mean the killer? I mean the assassin? Yes, Your Honor. He's coming here to the witness stand? Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. I recognize that this is a very unusual circumstance, so I ask you for your permission. Well, Mr. Wright?
Yes?
Is this alright with you?
Do I have a choice here? Can't really do much else to drag this trial out. The defense has no objections, Your Honor.
I wonder if it really is alright to do this.
Yeah, sure it is. Why not?
Very well then, the prosecution calls its witness to the stand.
Edgeworth, is there no other way left to us?
Now then, witness. Your name and your occupation, please. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. They are using a radio transceiver, because if Shelly literally was here in the room, that would not make any sense, you know?
Well, yeah, they'd arrest him immediately.
Very good, sir. My name is Shelly the Killer. I'm a professional assassin.
How good are your rates? Cause I got some targets.
I say! What is going on here? Your Honor? How can you remain so calm, and what is the meaning of this two-way radio? Actually, Your Honor, it was delivered to me just now, and it came with a condition. As long as we do not trace its source, Miss the Killer will testify to this court. Interesting.
So this must be what that urgent phone call he got earlier was about.
Oh, no, this will not do. I cannot allow this in my court.
Shut up.
First of all, we can't even be sure this is really Mr. the Killer himself. Witness, please present some sort of proof that you are, in fact, Shelly the Killer. I understand. Please wait a second. I'm so hungry. Maya! Our voice! Mr. Wright, can you confirm anything from this?
The defense has no objections to this person. We are satisfied that this man is indeed Shelly the Killer.
It looks like we have run into yet another unexpected turn of events. Well, it doesn't seem like we have too many choices under these circumstances, so,
These cases get weirder and weirder.
You don't say. Now then, witness. There's one thing I would like to confirm before we speak of anything else. And what would that be? At the request of a client, you killed Mr. Juan Corrida. Is this correct? It is as you say. I did indeed kill Mr. Corrida. Now that we have answered this, let's move on to the name of your client. Very well.
This is all just a bad dream. Yes, that's it. A bad dream.
Ugh, Shelly the killer. What is he going to say?
Okay, about my client, here we go. There's something I must first state. To an assassin, nothing is more important than the trust between a client and himself. And that is the reason I am here today on this witness stand. It is my wish that you grasp this concept before I give the name of my client.
Mr. the Killer seems to be a very clever man. I'd almost say he seems to be mocking us.
He is mocking
He's
you.
an assassin!
Like-
Yes.
While he may appear to be our enemy, Your Honor, Mr. the Killer is only stating the truth. He is no hypocrite. He has always stood by this one belief.
You mean about this trust between his clients and himself thing?
Well, yeah, he's a professional.
Trust between...
Seems to be a level of trust beyond what people like me can comprehend. Well, Mr. Wright, are you ready to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's no way to know what's coming next. Stay cool and collected, Phoenix.
Something you must first state. Pressing this is pointless, but sure. We can hear anything you have to say later. Can you please just tell us your clients?
I don't think you understand your place, Mr. Attorney. I said this is something I must first state. You know what the word first means?
No. What's it mean? Sorry, go on.
Well, it appears this is one witness you can badger, Mr. Wright.
Ugh, that's only because you don't know about Maya's situation. To an assassin, nothing's more important than the trust between a client and himself. The trust between you and your client.
I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. If too many people knew my face, it would be quite troublesome.
That is why you are testifying in this manner?
This is the first time one of my clients has ever been accused of murder. I would preserve the killer name so my clients can trust me.
But couldn't someone stab you in the back and break your trust?
It has never happened before, but if it ever did,
Yes?
that person wouldn't be my client for very long. It would certainly...
That's enough. Please no more.
Very well. It was only a hypothetical anyway. Yeah, I actually wouldn't dare to backstab an assassin. Like, that's a very bad idea.
Yeah, but I think somebody did.
Oh, you think Angad has backstabbed him?
I'm trying to remember a past conversation. Insurance?
Oh, right!
He recorded the killing, which means he has his face.
Oh,
video.
right! Which the killer would not want. So he's been backstabbed.
No. We just need to get that. If he's so focused on trust, we need to get him against his client using that.
Yeah.
Whenever we can. That seems a little strange to me. I mean, you're about to tell us the name of your client. I would think that this would be very bad for them.
It doesn't matter to me. This client has already broken the rules and acted outside of their described role.
The role?
This person tried to implicate another of the crime in order to save themselves. Oh! So one of his...
There's more to this.
Yeah, so one of his conditions is also literally just that he is to be the killer. Because he doesn't want anyone else being, you know, targeted for what he did.
No, what I mean is... He says his client was accused of murder.
Yeah.
I think he's going with the angle that Adrian is the one who hired him.
Oh my god.
And Adrian tried to implicate another to save themselves.
Oh my god.
Is he doing this?
Do you think it's that way?
Because I don't think he's going to just blame Matt at this point because Matt hasn't done anything against him yet, officially.
Yeah. And this is a trespass that cannot be forgiven. You, who gave you the right to be so high and mighty? To the gentleman who spoke just now. Excuse me, but would you dare to die? Would you care to die? No, I didn't say anything.
The judge had better watch himself.
Yeah, like, you need to be careful what you're talking about with this assassin.
Yeah, understand this? We understand. So please tell us the name of your client.
I'm afraid I cannot do that. I still have a few things to say before I do.
Ah, that egomaniacal...
It's not good for your health to be so aggravated. You won't live very long if you let everything bother you.
Somehow, that coming from an assassin makes it less than comforting.
Well, he's not wrong, technically.
Yeah, that's true. I don't really care about all this extra fluff. Just tell us the name already. No, care about the fluff. Waste as much time as possible.
Yes, patience. Try to calm down a little. It's important to try and understand his mindset. Seems very steadfast and closed, so you're going to have to work to get him to talk.
Not his therapist, you know. So we have to present something?
I'm not sure.
Did we press everything?
Did we? I think we did. Perhaps before I give you the name of my clients.
I think we missed one accidentally.
You think? There, I think we missed that.
I think it was this one. I think I skipped this one by accident.
Might have.
Wait, did I? No?
It doesn't matter to me, blah blah blah. Try to grasp the concept before I give you the name of my clients.
I feel like we missed something.
Okay.
I don't know what it would be. Nothing is more important than the trust. We press this again for some reason. Ugh. The trust between you and your client.
I provide my services in a fast and efficient manner. In exchange, I trust that my clients are discreet about me and my identity. These are the roles and duties an assassin and his client are to carry out.
I'm sorry, but I was wondering about something you just said. You said that your client had already broken the rules.
A person who frames another is the worst kind of human.
And that's why you feel you can betray this person.
I have no trust relation with a client who can't understand their assigned role.
Ugh, just my luck. An assassin with a conscience. Who would have figured?
Now then, everyone, do you think you can understand my logic?
Ugh, this case just keeps getting better and better.
If you can't, then I'm afraid we can't proceed.
Everyone understands your point, I think. Really.
In that case, I believe I'm prepared to disclose the information you seek. You have made it crystal clear that you value trust over all else. I believe you are ready. Excellent.
Can you reveal?
What is it?
Now I can't bring myself to ask the client's name.
If you can't ask it, Mr. Wright, then I will. Witness? What is the name of your client who requested the murder of Mr. Juan Corrida? That person's name is... Adrian Andrews.
I knew it just from how I was talking about him.
Wow! Witness! That's not who you told me it was earlier. Pray tell, what are you talking about, Mr. Prosecutor? I should think I know my own client, and it is Adrian Andrews. What?
That's a big box.
This can't be! On the phone earlier.
What's going on here?
My guess is that Mr. the Killer just stabbed Mr. Edgeworth in the back.
Stabbed Edgeworth in the back. Is he okay? Is he alive?
I'm sure in order to get an audience with this court, Mr. the Killer told him a different name. Not on guard, perhaps?
Ugh, I knew it.
This is outrageous! I was deceived! This witness is telling a very serious lie! But you were the one who summoned this witness!
That's true.
You shitty killer! My testimony is the truth. The defendant at the moment is mad on guard, am I correct? All I wish to do is help procure his acquittal. Wow. All of a sudden, it feels like we can actually win this.
But we don't want to win this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The prosecution has failed to provide a motive and has instead provided this suicide note, which is a forgery created by the victim. Furthermore, there is a possibility the defendant himself knew it was a fake. But most definitive of all, we have heard from the assassin himself the name of his client. Mr. the Killer's client who requested murder was not the defendant at all. No. With all of this evidence, it is obvious to me that this means that Mr. Mad on Guard is innocent.
Yeah?
It seems I have to cause you all a bit of confusion. Please, continue your discussion, and call me when you have reached the verdict. Bailiff, please bring Miss Adrian Andrews in immediately. What now? With the way this is going, Angard will be found innocent. This may be our last chance to save Maya.
Yeah, but Edgeworth is right. The killer is lying. And on God, my client, I know he's guilty. Can I live with myself if I win this?
Who would believe that the prosecution's own witness would absolve the defendant? Your Honor, the prosecution requests permission to further question the witness. Today the killer is certainly lying under oath.
What are you gonna do? Arrest him?
Like he's literally in a two-way radio. Obviously, you cannot arrest him.
It wasn't me! Listen, everyone, please! The testimony just now. It was all one big lie! Miss Andrews. The suicide note may have been a fake, but that man, Matt, he's the reason Celeste died. And Juan's death. It was all because he got pulled into Matt's twisted world. The testimony just now. You have to believe me. It was a horrible, horrible lie.
But Mr. the Killer himself has testified. He has named you as his client.
Oh, an assassin naming someone as his client could be lying?
Oh my!
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
No, that's just not true.
Also, there's quite a bit of evidence that points to you. The knife and the button, donning the Nickel Samurai's costume.
But that's...
You even have a motive. We know that Miss Celeste Impacts was a lot part of your life.
Damn. Poor Adrian.
Yeah.
God damn.
You wanted to follow her, and you wanted revenge against the two who hurt her. I would say you have plenty of reasons to want them both dead.
Hey, no. Mr. Wright. You know the truth. Tell them. Tell them the real story. Who the real killer is. Tell them. Please. Help me.
Oh no.
Yes, I know the truth.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I believe we have reached the end of this trial. Therefore, I ask the defense for any final words or opinions.
Have to decide. Do I take the not guilty verdict and save Maya? Do I throw this chance away and wait for Gumshoe's new evidence? What am I supposed to do?
We cannot let Adrian just be suffer like this, can we?
I don't know, make a choice. Which do you want? Do you want to just request the verdict? Let a killer go free? And put an innocent woman to death?
You're
because of how this court system works?
We are Phoenix Wright. Request the trial to continue.
Well, that didn't take a lot of convincing.
We are Phoenix Wright, goddammit. Phoenix?
I can't do it, Mia. I can't accept I'm not guilty.
You are a lawyer.
I know. But Matt on God is a killer. A murderer. No, he's a guy who hired a killer.
Yeah.
There's a difference. I can't let him, I can't even talk. I can't let him get away with it. I can't let someone else take the fall. If I let Miss Andrews be convicted, then I'm no better than on God. And even though I don't want to admit it, I have to face the fact that it's because of Edgeworth I now know the real truth. He could have gotten on God convicted so many times over. But he never took a single one of those chances. If I take this verdict right now, I'd be betraying his trust.
Yeah, because obviously Edgeworth has been helping us this entire time.
His trust? I never thought about it until now. I trust him?
Yes, you do.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. DeKiller.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Yes!
Right?
But... That witness has cleared you and client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. There's still more evidence to look at. And I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
Very well, the trial will continue. Mr. Edgeworth, please re-establish the connection with Mr. DeKiller.
Right away, Your Honor.
What's happening here?
Has a verdict been reached? Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more. About... All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for? Well... Actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done.
What is he talking about? Usually done.
But what shall we have him testify about now?
Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail. You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court?
I kind of agree with Shelley on this one.
Okay, here we go. As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing is I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead.
But that goes against your own testimony.
But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, fifth time now.
Only 5?
However, this time everything has finally been revealed.
Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth?
We still have the cross-examination to do. But you don't need to question testimony like this.
What is wrong with you?
Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case.
Shut up! You don't understand anything!
If you scrutinize the testimony, then...
Who am I, Von Karma, who only wants a victory no matter the cost? Then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
Neither do I, Your Honor. That makes two of us.
Okay, we don't have a big testimony, but let's have a look.
I stated quite a few times, Adrian is my client.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
I'm pressing the wrong way, it might raise suspicion on his end. I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit.
Oh no. Yes?
How much is your fee?
I see you're also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial.
No. I'm not thinking of hiring...
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
You want to kill me! You want me dead, don't you?
Your Honor! Yes. What? Why would you think something like that, Your Honor?
Guilty! Mr. Phoenix Wright! You are hereby declared guilty! Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your clients? They are your client, are they not?
Oh, that was good. Now, look, is tampering with the scene of the crime. I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill.
If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job.
Ah, yeah. Well, change in occupation might be good for you.
However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my client's always the real guilty party. That goes without saying, Mr. D-Killer. And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought they could run away from their guilt.
It's an interesting philosophy.
Well, he is a professional assassin.
Name another. Are you talking about the button and the knife?
Yes, and my business card.
Oh, this card.
So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible. You try to make things easy? My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service.
He's pretty devoted to his work.
But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife, and even hide my card from sight, that is something I cannot overlook.
It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here.
That's the point.
Well, pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing?
That is correct. Usually, most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I suggest you plan your alibi too. You plan for your alibi too.
Alright, thanks for the tip. No, I already told you I have no intention of using your services. Ever. Unless... There are some people that annoy me. Oh, perfect! It put me on the picture of the one guy whom I wanted. Excellent. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here? Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corda was dead.
Okay.
That goes against her testimony, doesn't it?
I think so.
Because he did not have a knife wound in him and his button was still there, so it looked like he was just slouched over.
That's true.
From the very beginning.
That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely that the situation is at all times.
I wonder if that's really true.
That's odd.
It is odd.
Wait a second.
I'm remembering her testimony.
Wait.
What's your opinion?
Wait a second. He's mentioning the knife and the button. Press and see if he brings up the wine glass.
And here?
Yeah. Like, no, yes, just press. We need to see if he mentions it.
So why do you think your client did that?
And what do you mean by why?
Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. Why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway?
That is true. I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On guard.
If that's the case, then why didn't the person just request that you do it?
Sadly, that is not possible.
Huh?
My job is to kill. That is all. And to leave my business card behind. Naturally.
Ah, very specialized job.
No. The business card is my client's... is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
Yeah, we'll just do that. And that's all you have to testify.
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again.
Again? As in you plan to continue?
I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Oh, so that's how it works. They get...
I nominate myself.
They get an apprentice and they teach them... Okay, that's how that works. That's neat. Okay. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
I would like it very much so. The judge annoys me. Excuse me? No. I'm fine, really.
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now.
What are you going to do now, Phoenix?
All I can do now is expose the lies.
That's true. However, you realize that it will be very bad for our client, right?
I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet.
Okay. He did not mention the wine glass at any point.
So, if I'm remembering her testimony, she went into the room. Let me bring up a picture. So much evidence in this. Alright, so she entered the room. He did not have a knife and he had his button, so he looked like he was just slouched.
Yeah.
She didn't think he was dead. And so, she thought he was just unconscious or knocked out or something.
Or tired, like really
So
tired.
she poured him a wine of glass. A glass of wine, not wine of glass. Ugh.
No, it's not wine.
Yeah, she
it's
poured
juice.
him a wine of glass.
It's juice.
I don't care. Shut up. But she poured him something, and then when she got closer, she realized he was dead and decided to frame on God for it.
Yeah.
So she clearly didn't know he was dead?
Yeah, she didn't. And he, the killer, never mentioned the wine glass throughout the whole thing. Ah, knew it.
Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. the Killer.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corda had been murdered.
But how? How do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass.
Mr. the Killer's supposed client thought Mr. Corda had only fainted. Which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim. Why is it tomato juice in a wine glass?
Because censorship.
Ugh. I actually wonder if it is wine in Japan or if it's just some stupid juice.
I'm pretty sure in Japan it's literally wine.
That isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
No. That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Miss Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had the same exact thought just now. Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon? Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct? I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, then your client should have had knowledge of Mr. Corder's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all. How strange.
Yes?
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Ah, sorry.
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two of you.
Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken. Very well.
Right now, I have to buy us more time.
This is hilarious. This is hilarious.
While we wait for the items to kill left behind to get here, let's know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items.